just because the pot still bottle looks sexy.
Yeah. That is a pretty one.
All right, so we are theoretically live.
In theory.
Let me check it.
In theory. And it looks like it's running, so it's a good sign.
Chat.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Pop out the chat. There it goes.
And I just sent links out here. Where are you in my list, James? There you are. There's the public link.
Is it sad that the bottom of my Facebook has Josh, Brad, Gretchen, Vito?
Yeah, right. Like that's pretty much. I haven't messaged.
Sounds about right. What are you talking about?
Actually, that's not true. I have messaged somebody from Austin today, but nah, just one guy. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, Vito, did you boo the Galladay yet?
No, I haven't booed the Galladay yet.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Boo! I don't know what we're talking about. Boo! You suck.
Shame.
Shame.
Brad, have you tried the oat crackers yet? Oat cakes?
I haven't.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
they're sitting here still unopened. But yeah, I'll open the box.
Yeah,
I'll have some of those in a bit.
That got nutty.
Because
there's still a 10-15 second lag.
there always is, man.
Yeah, there's going to be a lag. As long as it's like actually running smoothly, like the lag, there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately.
I came next door to get on the good internet, so.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
So, Vito, welcome to where you'll be crashing.
Sick. Where the good internet is.
It's a good That's a good sign, at least. You'll have the good internet.
Maybe we'll do a live stream from Vegas.
Definitely.
What is it? Like 2 properties next.
All right.
Yeah, they've got like two condos side by side or something like that over there.
You don't listen to me when I talk, do you? I told you that last night because that's what James
I do most of the time.
Liar.
Most
No,
of the
right?
time.
You're not married, don't do it.
James is like the guy that like will.
He's a shit starter.
He's just like never. He's just like, nah, you're full of shit. You're full of shit.
I'm not very good at lying to people.
He's like the guy that's gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah. I can't even
Sounds about right.
guess because that's where I have to be tonight.
So Moose Allen just sent a commented on my thing saying, just so you know, my phone is on the verge of dying, so I'm standing at the bar next to the wall to watch this. Much love. Stay magnificent.
Oh.
Dedication.
Moose. I've been trying to meet up with Moose. We were supposed to meet him at Andalusia one time, and it didn't work out. But he lives towards San Antonio somewhere.
Didn't he go get drunk at Andalusia today?
Well, he stopped and had a drink. He got the same thing that we picked up, the peated single malt that was port finished.
I looked for that one out here. I couldn't find it.
The Revenant Oak.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
The Revenant Oak or the Corey Vecken? Yeah.
You got it. You had it.
Corey Vecken?
Corey Vecken. That's good.
Yeah.
Close
Close
enough.
enough.
It's perfect.
Let's see here. Colonel Taylor. Got that one. Makers, a number. I think I can get that one.
Uh-huh.
Let's go a little different. Sexton. Got that one.
Nailing it.
Ardbeg.
Sounds a bit like Josh's last name.
Yeah, a little bit. Just now they don't even put in any effort. They just turn it into like gargling noises and stuff. Me and Martin Kelvander, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I gotta remember what all's in this thing because you guys did yours on live.
Yeah. I thought about going back and trying to like reconstruct a list of what everybody had me put in there, but I decided I was too lazy to do that.
This thing's got
so lazy.
It's got Stag Jr., Buffalo Trace,
He's got a bunch of bourbon.
Woodford Double, Maker's Regular, Bowmore 12.
Oh,
There you go. That's not a bourbon. What are you doing? What is going on?
The last of the Whitlet pot that was in here. Bullet Rye, and I can't remember what else is going into here. It's a continual growth. It's a first and last infinity bottle.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So first ounce, last ounce goes in there. In theory.
Yeah, Jean, I'm gonna try. Oh God, what does that even say?
It sure is a bunch of letters. I'm not gonna even attempt at that.
That's what I say to that.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome,
I think that's the name of the next Ardbeg.
You think the Ardbegs are bagged. The Bunnahabhain ones are completely unintelligible. It's impossible to pronounce.
Yeah. Written in a dead alien language, basically.
Exactly. The name of the mountain.
Well, I know it's the name of the mountain, but yeah, I'll just be the.
Ardbeg will come out with some kind of volcano aged thing, and that's what they'll name it.
I wonder if
Christina will
And
go
I'll
lose.
buy it too because I'm a sucker.
volcanic ash filtering should be a thing.
Ardbeg eruption.
This has got like nothing that I put in there smells like hazelnuts.
Mine's just smoky and winey.
Mm.
Combining chemicals gets very strange, and you end up with things that you didn't start with.
It's like hazelnuts and pecans, but nothing that I have that I can remember putting in there has that. So is anybody super upset with their Infinity bottle?
I'm a little bit pleased so far.
I wasn't when we did it, but I don't know now. Let's see.
Oh, you're not drinking yet?
I haven't tried it.
I am about to start.
Did you have a cracker?
I didn't have a cracker, no. I will afterwards to clear my palate for other things.
Very good. All right, let's do it.
Oh, right. Isn't that?
Mm.
Lots of coffee in there. There's like dark coffee things going on. It's still a little bit the s'mores that I was getting originally, but not nearly as dominant as it was.
Mine's heavily salted caramel, a bit of chocolate, lots of smoke, and a bit of dark dry fruit.
You know what would help that smoke?
Some corn.
Some Angel's Envy.
That might be exactly what mine needs. Mine's a little bitter.
Yay, Jeffrey Patron.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Hey, man.
Yeah, mine the smoke is definitely still there, but it's really just mellow. It's more even on the smell than the taste.
If I were to pick out the biggest influencer, I think the Dark Storm sits on top of everything. The Talisker Dark Storm, for anyone watching that didn't watch the live stream building.
How many were in yours total? I forgot.
Mine?
Yeah.
I will tell you right now. Maybe it won't.
Spreadsheets.
Yeah. Where's my spreadsheet? I think it was 15 or 16.
Okay.
Google Docs. God bless.
I'm gonna try and add a little bit of water to mine because mine's just not. It's very woody and a little bitter. I get some smoke and like caramel and a little bit of dark fruit maybe, but it's not very pleasant right now. But who knows? That could change in a few weeks.
Welcome to Flavortown, Jeffrey says in the chat. Like,
I have 15 bottles in here.
Nice.
yeah, this ain't too bad. I like this.
I can drink.
I was kind of hoping the s'more would survive a little bit more, but
It's just subtly there now.
yeah, like it's still there. I get sort of the like like heavy sugar sweetness, like marshmallow sweetness, but with a little bit of chocolate and thing like. But it's not as dominant as it was when I first tried it when we were mixing it. I get a lot more coffee now, though.
Now you just need to get some dark chocolate in there, and it'd be a perfect s'more.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot of chocolate, a little bit, but it's sort of, I think the chocolate pushed over the bitter limits and is now kind of more into the coffee dominant thing.
Where do you think that's coming from? Do you remember what you put in there?
Didn't really put in a lot that was coffee centric.
Did you do Woodford regular or Woodford double?
Regular.
Okay. Because the Woodford double, if you hit it at the right time in the bottle being open, it gets really dark.
Yeah.
Like really dark.
Totally agree with that. It's like drinking black coffee and eating like pecan waffles and syrup.
Yeah. It's this weird mix of really bitter and really sweet
Yes.
at the same time. And it's a lot of barrel burn.
I would imagine. Yeah, I don't know where the heck the coffee is coming from.
So apparently Jeff has four separate full bottle infinity experiments going on.
Wow.
That's insane.
Impressive.
That's much more organized than my just dumping random crap in.
Right.
Yeah,
Josh,
but you have a spreadsheet that's like tracking it. Mine is just
No, I think I'm the only one with a spreadsheet.
Technically, I have a live stream I could watch 4 hours of and figure out what I put in it. But
I mean, I think we were only blending for like 45 minutes to an hour.
that's true. I could probably work it out if I really cared. But
Yeah. I'll leave it up to serendipity.
exactly.
Josh, what are you getting on yours?
Well, I just put about 10 drops of water in there. Well, I put about 5 and then tried it, and then put a little more and tried it again. That's significantly improved it. Now it's like it's mostly bourbon now, but with a little bit of peat smoke in there.
I'm curious.
that's interesting because that's about where mine's at.
Yeah,
Be right back.
put more in there. Oh yeah, that's much better. It just needed a little bit of water. And probably still need some time, but
And you can afford it because we went high ABV on you, didn't we?
yeah. Everybody kept going for the Balcones and
Yeah.
both Bookers in there. And
Stag.
Stag went in there. So Octomore went in there.
What's the Corey Vecken at?
Corey Brecken, I think, is cast strength. I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah,
I think it's 55 or something.
Yeah, I want to say 54, 55, something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It's up
Alright.
there anyway.
and the barrel proof Taylor that I got,
Hmm.
68.8.
Good lord.
That'll get you there.
That's gonna be an ass beating, I think.
That might be higher than my Balcones Blue Corn Bourbon, I think. Let me see. We're about to-
That's not real. That's not real whiskey.
No, it's higher, yeah. No. The Balcones is 64.6.
Wow.
No, water ruined mine.
Really?
Yeah, I put a couple of drops in.
All right, I guess I have to do that test too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it absolutely destroyed it. It's gone. It's nothing. That's it.
Just flattened it all out.
Yeah, though that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty full and fairly rich for my tongue, but then it just went away.
It just sort of melted everything to brown sugar for me. It's
No,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
interesting. Weird.
Or I'm not doing that
It's
because
so thin now.
James, what do you get in yours? Did I miss how you described your taste?
it's peat on the nose just because of the Bowmore or Bowmore.
Or more? Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's spelled Bow more, so that's what I'm going with. But it's got that on the nose, but it's not real bad. And then it's just oaky, bourbony. I think it could use a little something briny, which would be interesting. But
I'll bring you some
It's-
Talisker if I can finagle it.
well, I mean, I've got that. I've got the lore over there.
That's not Brian.
No,
No,
I've got the lore. I've got the Hyde Park 12 old school.
you've got to get some Corey Vrecken in there. That'd be briny.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Problem solved.
Is that the Ardbeg, the double smoked salmon?
Yeah.
That was the best thing I could equate that to that night. Especially since
That's fair.
That was at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a fair assessment, especially like for the first Ardbeg you'd had. Like
So
Well,
was it-
a lot of the subtle weirdness is going to be lost to the main big flavors.
that was the first ever Ardbeg you had was Corey Vrecken?
Yeah, somebody threw it in front of me after I threw. What did I throw at you first? Oh, I threw Eagle Rare at you first, just because that's one of my favorites.
Nice, yeah.
He
'Cause you
fed me
did-
he fed me bourbon all night, so I had to force an
No.
Ardbeg down his throat.
Not all night, because you did the Stranahan's,
Yeah,
and
not all
that's
day.
not bourbon.
I did the Stranahan's and the campfire.
That's right. That's what you started with.
Ooh, campfire.
You did Campfire.
Hey, Adam's here.
Hey, Adam.
Eagle.
Hey, Adam.
Because I did 5 and you did 4 because we were about done. And then you were like, do you have an Ardbeg? And he's like, well, we just finished up the 10-year, but I've got Kirkirkirfraffer. And you were like, do it.
It's like, do it. Yep. Had to be done.
Yeah.
I wonder if Moose is watching right now, or if he's just lurking.
Yeah.
Moose, if you're watching, just type something. Actually, if he's on his phone, maybe he can't. Yes,
They fixed that. You can now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, because the other day I was sitting at work on my phone just shit posting. NV.
Yeah, we
NV.
read it.
NV.
Hey, guess what I have in my glass right now?
NV.
Envy, baby.
Ooh. I
Just-
need to pick something.
If you like the NV, you'll like the 46.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Maker's Mark?
Yeah, Maker's 46. It's
Scary, man.
it still floats on that same level of sweetness that Maker's is, but the extra staves, the 46 barrels, help a lot with the flavor profile.
Absolutely. That's really the only makers I care much for personally.
Have you had the cast strength Makers?
No, I haven't. That is on the list. I need to try.
It's
Ditto, I
much
need to try
better. It's much better than the regular.
Sure.
Surprise, surprise. Cast strength is better.
Yeah. Shocking.
Here's how much cask strength can change something. The Jefferson's Ocean Aged at Sea regular,
Mhm.
I hate. I had it. I didn't like it. I couldn't find it's tough for me to find something that I can't find a part of it that I don't like. There was nothing that I could like. Just
Sure.
bad. My buddy at the whiskey bar was like, "You got to try the cask strength. We just got it in. Try it." All right. Oh, that's got something to it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, but it took a whiskey, same whiskey, watered down versus full on, and completely changes the whiskey.
Yeah. I tend to go.
It's like the
Right.
lot 40. Like I can't stand the regular lot 40. It's all just pickles and the sort of typical sort of what I would call cheap rye notes, like just sort of pickle, bitter, like spiciness, but it just doesn't sit well with me. But the cask strength, just like all the pickle bitterness is gone, and it leaves like actual like blended rye bread flavors and a little bit of caramel, and you can actually taste the oak from the barrel, and it's just really good.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I need to give that one a try. Are you bringing that one?
I'm gonna try if I can find one. They already disappeared, the ones that showed up locally before I go out and get one. So I'm hoping to snag one before I have to leave.
Well, I need to pick something out here. Maybe for Moose, I'll do that. I'll do some Andalusia.
Hey James, that whiskey bar you're talking about, is that the Double Helix?
Yes.
That's the one at the mall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one right across from the AMC, which is why because we went and saw Deadpool,
Infinity War, man.
Infinity War. Sorry, we went and saw Infinity War, and Brad's like, "Oh, well, do we need to get an Uber to get to the whiskey bar?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Well, where's it at?" Right there.
We're there.
Did you guys drink before the movie or after the movie?
After.
After.
Yeah, going into that movie under a little bit of influence would have been probably a bad idea. I love that movie. I think that movie is just a great start to finish, just thrill ride. But
Yeah, no, it was really good.
You wouldn't be able to watch. You wouldn't be able to go into it confidently not watching at least like 80% of the other Marvel movies.
Yeah, but that's the thing. How many people in the United States have not watched 5 of them, 6 of them, you know?
James, control your wife. Josh.
If you think that I can do that,
Yeah, James.
sadly
Control your way.
Some hot love.
Everybody boo that man.
Oh,
Shame.
need a shame bell.
Yeah.
Shame.
February for my birthday. I'll come to Austin.
Or just meet up here because you're coming out anyway.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna come to Vegas and then head over to Austin.
Or just bring the good laws up.
Basically, I get the impression that you just don't want to leave Vegas.
I think that's what it is.
In,
Like,
in February, when the weather is actually nice, he probably doesn't want to leave. Makes
No.
sense.
Well, I'm gonna be coming to Austin regardless because I want to go. I want to go to the distillery. So
yeah. So this is actually not the one that Moose was talking about today. This is the one that came out previously. This is their lightly peated single malt, but it was finished in Malbec barrels.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
does that have a little tag on the bottle saying which store you purchased it from?
No, this is a distillery only. No, like normally it would just look like that.
Yeah.
But this was a cask finish version, right? So
Oh, wow.
So
There's
Moose
people talking.
is watching, by the way. He just apparently can't comment in the actual chat
No.
very well.
Mhm.
So he is lurking though. So hi, Moose.
Hey Moose.
Moose.
Does anyone watch football? I know Brad doesn't.
Wait. American football or
American football, not football.
Football.
Yeah. Who's your
You're gonna
team?
have to start have to because the Raiders are coming to Vegas.
See, that's the problem, though. Everybody in Vegas is from somewhere else. It's a very transient city.
Yeah.
And so you're looking like, I'm a Bengals fan from back home.
Oh, yeah.
People are fans from everywhere else already. The reason that suck it, Canadians.
Typical.
But the reason that they could build a fan base is because hockey didn't have quite the appeal out here as football did beforehand.
Right.
So.
Mhm.
Yeah, I asked because I have the Hall of Fame game playing in the background.
Oh, that's a Cochrane.
Canton.
Akron, Canton. Yeah, Cochrane. That's the airport up there is Cochrane.
Oh, the airport. Okay. See, I forget that I'm always talking to an airport guy.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
know more frickin' airport codes than I really want to admit. Mostly because I've spent time in those airports fixing broken planes.
Well, I can't wait to show you my leg then, my leg tattoos.
What, you got planes?
I got airport codes on my leg.
Really?
Yeah, where I started a souvenir tradition about a year and a half ago. Every city I go to, I get a tattoo there of the airport code I fly into.
Yeah.
It's
So
the one souvenir I pick up for myself every whenever I go somewhere.
That's great.
Okay, so that was the ink you got in Vegas the last time you came out.
Yeah.
There's Wade just right out of the gate busting balls.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong about his age.
Definitely not about the crocodile.
No, the crotchety, that's correct. The 50-year-old, about half that.
Right.
Oh,
Children.
wait, you bring
Practically
it up,
children.
I'm 28, gonna be 29 on the day after the distillery opening.
You're younger than me?
I guess.
Apparently.
Oh, jeez. I got to speed things up, guys. Everyone's married.
Right? Get after
Jeez. I like my fingers clean though.
it.
I've been married 10 years since last month.
Oh,
Crazy. I'm old.
last month. Oh shit! I missed your anniversary. Happy anniversary, like belated.
Thanks.
Gretchen, just shush.
So we missed Jeffrey Patron described his blend: bitter melon, white pepper, orange and grape peel, sherry, nutmeg, marzipan, Irish butter, stale coffee, like stale coffee grounds. That would be interesting.
Or like coffee that you left sit on your desk and you were hungover the next morning and didn't feel like making a cup, so you went, screw it.
Yeah, I feel like the stale coffee grounds would be a better, well, for my nose. Dark chocolate, strawberries and cream, lightest peat, and sweet dirt. Sweet dirt. Wet dirt? Would that...
Sweet dirt. Okay.
Hmm.
Sounded pretty good up until the sweet dirt. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
kind of.
how to translate that.
Yes. Okay, so I guess he agreed with James, so I'm guessing he's talking about the day-old coffee in the cup.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Hey, Moose figured it out.
Yay, Moose.
Excellent.
Moose's Last Stand. Amazing.
I believe that's the name of Moose's band.
Moose has a band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Wade.
Oh, no,
Wade, that's
shots
going to get your
fired,
ass
Wade.
kicked.
Oh,
Wade.
Wade.
Oh,
Wade's looking for a beating.
Oh, boy.
yeah.
Oh, Wade.
Wade is dead.
I love how she's in the probably next room, but she's like, nope, I'm not
Oh,
going to be on
she's
camera.
probably in the same room.
Yeah,
She's
she's
just
right beside him, just staying quiet.
He's upstairs in the bedroom, I'm sure.
Does she have the thing that we all watch for?
Oh, happy belated, Wade.
Oh, yeah, cheers.
Oh yeah, nice. Happy birthday.
Oh,
What's everybody drinking now? I'm doing a Shrub and Oak.
I got the Angel's Envy in my glass.
I got Taylor small batch bottled in Bond.
I just poured a little bit more of my infinity bottle because I'm lazy and I don't want to get up.
No Brad, but tonight.
You get a sweet Brad butt.
I mean, you could have it if you really want it, but I don't know if anybody actually wants it.
All right, so there, Jeff just described that Earth, Earth, sugary, earthy notes. I guess is the best way of.
You know, I get that out of True Blue Cast Strength. It's got a little bit of a dirt kind of thing going on to it, like corn husks that maybe aren't 100% clean,
Okay.
but also tons of corn sweetness. Yeah.
Okay, so for the two of you that are not the bourbon people,
Yes.
aka Canadians, do you two actually know, or does the chat actually know what bottled in bond means? Because the guys on the show have said it a couple of times and glazed over it, but they haven't really explained what it is.
Mhm.
I know. Okay, Brad, you go ahead.
No, I want to hear James describe it because this
I
is
want
an interesting phenomenon.
I want to try and nail it. I want James
Oh, go
James to
for it.
just smack me down and say you don't know what you're talking about. So, as far as I can remember, it's a single run of a mash bill from one season. So it all has to go from the field to the cask in one season.
Barrel, not cask, but yeah.
There, sorry. Right away, got it. And
I'll give you that one. It's
Yeah, I mean,
semantics.
mostly interchangeable. How people use barrel,
Um,
so whatever.
And yeah, it has to be from a single season's worth of gathering or grain or whatever you want to use, corn, barley, the like.
Mhm.
And it's got to be the same master distiller.
There you go.
yes.
the
Same
process.
message, so that's what I forgot. Yeah,
Okay. It has to meet, so there's more to it.
of course.
So it has to meet the legal requirements of distillation for bourbon, which is distilled and barreled at 60%. Josh, help me out here.
Bourbon has to be going to the bottle at no less than 80 proof and going to the barrel at, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's the one I'm having trouble with.
Moose says 100 proof.
Well, 100 proof, a bottled in bond has to be 100 proof exactly, no more.
In the bottle.
Oh, in the bottle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but it has to hit the barrel at bourbon strength.
Right. Yeah. A minimum or no more, no less than whatever that number
Yeah,
is.
there's a band that bourbon has to be in. It then has to go into a federally bonded warehouse that's supervised. So that the whole thing is back in 96, 97, 98, somewhere around in there.
Back in the day.
I'm pretty sure I'm close on that date,
You
actually.
probably are, honestly. It sounds about
Probably.
But they set up all the federally supervised warehouses, which is where Fitzgerald was stealing from.
right.
If you remember a couple of episodes ago,
And it's larceny.
the larceny bourbon, the guy that stole it, he was stealing it out of the bonded warehouses
Mhm.
because he was one of the government supervisors.
Yep.
But they were supervised so nobody could come in and screw with the stuff, because you had people like Jack Daniels and Jim Beam that were making good quality stuff, but then you had people that were, less honest about their whiskey at the time. But so it has to be field distilled under one master distiller into bourbon specs, into new white American oak that is aged in a federally supervised warehouse that then is aged for a minimum of 4 years and then have has to be barreled at 100 proof. Bottled in bond.
It's very specific.
That's why bottled in bonds are tough to get to taste too differently, other than the mash bill changes. But that's what that all means. 3 little words makes a whole lot of legal difference.
It's interesting that, I mean, there are some newer distilleries that are choosing to do that, but most don't, because it's kind of a nostalgia thing now, right? At this point, like it's based on the history of it and all that kind of stuff, and of course you're guaranteed to get that higher proof and all that kind of stuff. But I think there's a handful. I know Bone Spirits here in Texas has a bonded warehouse, and there's probably a handful more. But Balcones, for example, was asked that question when I toured there last time, and they said, "Yeah, no, I don't think we're really interested in doing that."
Well, because you have to pay for the supervisor. You have to pay the government to have the supervisor at your warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you were right, James. 1897.
Nice.
There you go.
On the opposite end of the legality spectrum, in Canada, rye doesn't even have to have rye in it. Because tradition and weirdness.
You don't have to have whiskey in a whiskey bottle. Canadian Mystic, for example.
Yeah.
Canadian logic, I tell you.
No, it has to be whiskey. It doesn't have to be consumable.
Which is why Vito and I are going to that bottle. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but it's happening.
Yes. Is that what we're going to do Wednesday? The Wednesday?
Yes.
Oh,
sweet.
It's going to be glorious.
Josh doesn't know what we're talking about, but Brad and Vito do.
I
So.
have no idea. I'm lost.
I love it when something doesn't know what it means. It's good, though. It's good. Wade. You're my spirit animal, Wade.
But yeah, the bottled in bond was almost kind of the groundwork for what becomes the FDA, which is why bottled in bond isn't much of a term anymore. It's more the nostalgia than the actual legal definition.
So there's not as much like government supervision. I would guess with that. Like it's not so strict.
Well, no.
Or do you still have to follow them?
FDA is the Food and Drug Administration for the Canadians in the room. But they have now made so many laws on what can and can't be put into liquor bottles. Like you can't put turpentine in them. You can't do this. You can't do that. So it took bottled in bond and made it less useful.
Yeah, it's kind of a outdated notion, but I think, in general for me, and maybe just tell me if you agree or not, if you have a distillery that does bottled in bond and then does other products, in general, you're going to gravitate towards the bottled in bond because it means a higher proof usually. Not always, not 100% of the time, but a lot of the bottled in bonds tend to be towards the higher proof end of the spectrum or whatever that company makes.
Except for when like the E.H. Taylor, because
or like Old Forester makes some higher proof ones than their bottle and bond, I think.
Yeah, their prohibition's higher.
Right, that's 115.
I think right now it's a marketing term that everybody's kind of jumping on.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's absolutely a marketing term.
And for the people that aren't. I mean this with all due respect for the Rexes of the world that like whiskey but don't like the geek side of whiskey. Bonded, that means it's got something special to it. It's a instant hit marketing term.
Yeah.
But those of us that are on the Daniel end of things that know when the Bottled in Bond Act was passed, it's like, okay.
Yeah. It doesn't mean a whole lot. I'm talking about things like Evan Williams or something where you got 5, 6, 7 products like below the bottled in bond. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna pay the $10 extra or whatever it is to get the bottled in bond version because it's gonna be better than everything that's below that.
I'll give you that.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of all I'm saying.
Fair.
Yeah.
Brad or Vito, feel free to just yell Scotch at any time that we start talking too much bourbon.
It's okay.
You know what I'm gonna?
You keep implying that I have this like hatred again. Bourbon is the worst. I like bourbon. It's fine. We just can't get a lot of good bourbon around here, so I haven't had that much. But like, it's good. I like
If
bourbon.
only you had friends in the United States that would
If
send you
only.
things.
Yeah, but here's a thing. You send us something, we're immediately gonna pay double the value additionally to get it into.
Yeah, at least double. Sometimes closer to 4 times.
Really?
If it's $50, if the bottle's $50, we're paying at least 100% in taxes.
So that lag you're dragging back.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to pay on that, or
No,
can you
because
declare that?
I can claim one bottle.
That's it.
I can only claim one bottle coming back into Canada.
Yeah, you have to stay like 10 days or something insane to claim a decent amount.
No, even then, it's only one. It's 1.5 liters of alcohol, spirit specifically. Beer, you can bring more. You can bring more cans of beer the longer you stay, but alcohol, like liquor, it's after 20. I think 48 hours. It's
48 hours. It's 1.5. So like 2 bottles theoretically.
Yeah. So you can bring the lag and something else when you come back, when you go home.
I can bring the lag back duty free. I don't have to pay tax on it. But if I pick up another bottle at duty free or anywhere else, if I bring a second bottle in my luggage or on my person, I have to pay tax on that.
No, because that puts you at 1.5 liters. Because I can do math.
Depends on the bottle.
Well, everything in the United States is standardized 750 milliliter.
Right.
Pretty much.
Like,
Right.
you can see that.
Every average size bottle is that.
Yeah.
Exceptions.
So you can bring 2 bottles.
Bring 2 bottles.
There's exceptions like our friend Canadian Hunter here.
And I mean, they'll happily let you take more. You just pay for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, the question is, do you pay tax on the most expensive bottle, or do you get to pick the bottle?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Is it the lesser or the greater?
I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure either, actually.
Oh,
I've never tested that, so I don't know.
Adam took a look at it. 1.14 liters of alcohol.
Okay.
1.14. That changes it.
So a bottle and a couple of minis.
Yeah, a bottle and a traveler. Then.
Yeah.
So 48 hours.
Which Lagavulin is it?
It's the 12-year-old distilled in 2017.
Nice. That's great.
Apparently it's really, really good.
Yeah.
So you're bringing me my unicorn bottle then, right?
I can't find it, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try and hunt for it, but yeah, I can't find it. I've been looking for it. I've been trying to see if I can bring it in. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
What are we hunting for?
Eagle Rare 17. Josh is just like, yeah.
Good luck.
I've got a Stag Senior.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I've only had that in bars like 2-3 times.
But I traded. So the wife went to Paris and drug back 5 straight from the barrels, 1 Blanton's Gold, and 2 Wellers.
Mm.
And I wheel and dealed and wheel and dealed it. And I ended up paying off what she paid and had a bottle of Stag Senior.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Picked up some cool things today that I'm gonna, for the party. See if I can grab them.
yeah, Mark, I know it's. I love Eagle 17, or I love Eagle 10-year, and I need to try the 17.
Yeah, that would be very interesting to try the Eagle Rare 17.
So
Jeff. Double the Eagle, vary the rare.
No, that's the new one.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
I-
that's right. The graphic was all don't dead open inside, right?
Oh, it's a terrible graphic, but I think they're actually doing that, and I think it's going to be a 20-year-old eagle, and just. Ugh.
So nothing like just regular, not super exciting, but stumbled upon some of this today.
Nice.
And then cool single barrel store pick of Russell's Reserve. And these two I'm pretty excited about. I've got a single barrel bourbon.
Oh, the Blantons.
They don't really say. I guess they go around and they find barrels at different places, and so every batch is different. So this isn't a distillery really. This is more of like an American Compass box kind of thing, but it's always cask strength. And this one's 9 years old, single
It's
barrel.
mostly MGP from what I've read.
Yeah, I think it does mostly come from there. And then this one is 14 years old. Single barrel.
Those barrels are just. I've got nothing against source whiskey, as long as you're open and honest about it, and barrels fairly open and honest about it. I just have a hard time dropping 80 to 90 on a sourced bourbon.
Sure, I can see that. Yeah. I felt like it being 14 years old was like the interesting bit, and it was still the regular price.
Really?
It wasn't any more expensive. Yeah. That's kind of the guy that runs his store, Oak Liquor Cabinet. He brings in stuff like that all the time. His store picks are always kind of crazy, or like there's extra years on them and stuff like that. And he just kind of charges the same price. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Be fun to try.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pour myself one last whiskey, and I'm gonna do in James's honor, since it's a James night. I did the Envy. I'm gonna do the Wild Turkey 101.
Oh, I told you what I got and what I did. Is that a mooch level or is that just a?
For what?
So, I went to the liquor store last night on the way to my hockey game.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's a mooch level.
Is that a mooch level?
Yeah, tell your story.
Okay. Went to the liquor store and I'm like, okay, Vito keeps saying that he's a big fan of the Wild Turkey 101. Russell's 10 is the next step up of the Wild Turkey line. I'll grab that. And then I'm like, oh, they've got the Corey Vecken. Well, he keeps talking about it. Grab that. Go over to the register. They had Stag Jr. on the shelf, which sometimes is hard to find out here. But it was at like 65 or 70. And Total Wine had it at 55, which is where it's supposed to be. And so I go and I drop the stuff on the counter, the 2 bottles. I'm like, hey, I think your Stag Jr. is about $10, $15 high. And he's like, well, let me check. And he punches it up. And as he's punching up, he looks over and he scans the Corey Vecken. He goes, what did we have it over there for? And I'm like, I think it was 65 or 70. He's like, oh, yeah, Total Wine at Summerlin has it for 55. I'm like, yeah, I thought you were a little high. It's like, well, we can match it. Do you want it? And I'm like, maybe another time. Oh, all right. Spins the screen back around. Puts the 2 bottles in the bag. I swipe the card. I walk out and I'm like, did he just say that total was 54? Like, what? Pull out the receipt. He scanned the Corey Vecken, not the Russells.
Nice.
I'm like, is that a mooch level or is that just I feel a little sleazy level?
I mean, that sounds like a mooch level describing the sleaziness of it.
Well, it's an accidental mooching, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so in the chat, I don't know if anyone's following. There seems to be a bit of confusion. This gentleman, Mark, doesn't have a last name. Wade's asking if it's Mark Toranjo. I want to know if it is.
Yeah, curious.
I want to ask him if he's picked up some more knob.
So much.
He was
Phrasing.
out, I think. You know.
Mark, I do love you, but
Mooching, stealing, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, I need some bourbon, I think. Since Mark's here and he likes bourbon, we know this. Maybe I should pour the Balcones Blue Corn bourbon.
I think you have to.
I think you
Do I
really have to. Yeah. You have to.
Well, but that would
Now that you brought it up, you have to.
You have to.
make him so mad, though.
Do the Woodford double.
No, we're doing the blue.
I haven't had that in a while.
Mix them together.
Ooh. A blend.
Oh, I'm dying. Jeffrey has a Lefroy Cargis. I want to try one of those.
Ooh, yeah, I want to try that.
Hold on, let me see if
Yep.
I got it out here.
Just like a sherry Lefroy. Ooh.
Total Wine.
Mark said, "Hey man, it's your mouth," and it is Mr. Mark.
All right, gotta copy this because I am not spelling that correctly.
So, Josh, the blue corn. Can you explain it to me again? Because I'm actually just curious about it.
What my thoughts on this particular Balcones?
Is it only made with blue corn? It's all corn, right? 100% corn.
This particular bottle is 100% corn, yeah.
Okay.
Blue corn in particular.
Blue corn in particular, yeah, I guess.
So I mean, like, what you're used to, if you're going into drinking this and go, oh, this should taste kind of like bourbon. It doesn't really. It technically fits the description of bourbon, but it's.
Right.
I don't think of it as being like a traditional bourbon at all. It's way different than that.
Right. What do you-
Legally bourbon.
Yeah, it's legally bourbon, exactly.
Would you put it on the same sort of scope, like area as like an Angel's Envy? How it's like it is bourbon, but it's finished so differently. Whereas the blue corn is just made differently with like the distilling. The distilling's a little different. Am I getting that?
It's not so much. It's not like a cask finish kind of thing where it basically tastes like bourbon, but with something else, some other flourish added to it. It's not really like that. It's
Okay.
it tastes like blue corn, like earthy, dark blue corn that's been like grilled, or it tastes like corn syrup mixed with grain alcohol. If you're Mark, then
There you go.
He's asking, so Mark asked if I've had any Knob Creek 120 picks. I'm not too sure. Can someone explain what that means?
120 Knob Creek 120 proof.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I don't think I have. I've had Knob Creek in cocktails and old fashions and stuff like that. But I don't think I've ever had it neat, and I don't think it's ever been 120 proof. So
Yeah.
no.
That's one thing I completely agree with Mark. They are great. I've had, I don't know, 6 or 8 of them, and they're tasty stuff. So,
You Canadians are gonna hate me.
Why?
I mean, why this time?
Guess what I-
Give me another reason to hate you.
Like, if you
Oh, you
the
cut out there.
Lefroy, the
You've turned into a
Era?
robot, James. I can't hear you.
Carchis.
because I'm trying to do too many things at once. All right, am I back?
You're back for me.
yep.
I can.
Oh man, I thought that's where the fast internet was.
Yeah, what happened to your fast
Zero.
internet, James? Oh, have we lost him completely now?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, there he is again.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I can get the Lefroy Madeira.
How
It's
much?
not cheap.
What is it?
How much is that?
$450.
Eat shorts.
Yikes.
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
that's MSRP apparently, because it's
Yep.
Total Wine and they don't bump off of MSRP too much.
Nope, no, thank you. I'm
I can
okay.
also get the Lefroy 25.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm okay with
That
my
is-
live 12.
That is really good. I have tasted Lefroy 20. I don't have it, but it is really good.
So, Mark, it's definitely not $45 ish up in Canada. I can guarantee you that. Let's take a look.
You know what? I like Patron's idea actually. Now I'm gonna pour a little bit of this double oak too, but this right here. I did bust this out the other night, but I don't think that Patron was watching. So that magnificent bastard, Mr. Jeffrey Patron, the patron saint of whiskey, got me an Ardbeg Dark Cove for my birthday. I had to go pick it up at night in the parking lot of my office from the delivery guy. And I get back in my car. I'm like, all right, man, I got your bottle of whiskey you wanted me to get. He's like, guess what? Happy birthday, buddy.
Nice.
We do have the Knob Creek 120, $60 up here.
$60 Canadian.
$60 Canadian.
That's basically free in American. We're making money buying it at 60 Canadian.
All right. Let's see what the exchange rate is.
It's like $40. Something in that. 42, maybe something like that.
It's
Not as bad as I thought it was. $1 to $1.30. Not as bad as it has been.
Yeah, no, it bounces around a lot. It's been slowly creeping back up lately, but still not great.
I remember at one point when it was like $1 was $1.70 Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
There
like
have been other times where it was like almost equal. It was like 97 cents or something like that. It was
Yeah.
almost even.
yeah, that was 2008.
Yeah.
we don't.
It goes all over the place. It's so weird.
Yeah.
oh my God, Wade. That description.
Oh man. Oh.
I have a
I know what
Casio-
I'm wearing to the distillery opening now.
Hold on a second.
I was very disappointed that my Husky Zilla shirt did not arrive today. I thought it was going to come in. I'm pretty bummed, but that's my planned T-shirt for the distillery opening.
Nice.
All right, so I say since this was on we did the Infinity bottle tasting at the beginning. I say we let it sit for a little bit longer. We do a follow up in a little bit. And
Yeah.
Oh, is Gretchen still watching?
I don't know, because she's on call right now too, so she may have had to hop off to answer the phone.
Work.
Work.
Something
Alrighty.
like that.
shall we end this?
Oh well,
yeah,
if Gretchen's still watching, I was gonna make her want to steal my dog.
Oh yeah, man. He has a what do you call it?
Pomsky.
Pomsky, that's it. We had an Ella cameo, and now look at that.
And then Doofus is over there.
Nice.
And Ziva. Hi.
Ooh, Pupper.
So many pups.
That's
All right, guys.
that's what the people really want is
Yeah,
dogs,
dog.
I think.
True.
They don't want Brad Butts or Vito Crotches. They want puppers.
Yep.
It's true. The
All right.
internet wants what it wants. What can you do?
There's Gretchen.
Hey.
She magically appears.
Right.
She heard puppers and she came back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I think it's been a nice little slice to take a little sip together, sample the Infinity bottles. Thanks everyone for joining.
Yeah, thanks.
it's-
Especially on random short notice. This was great.
Yeah, it was super, super impromptu, and you guys are awesome for sticking around. And yeah, here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
You find me for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal another's heart.
And if you drink,
May you drink
May
with
you
us.
drink with
drink
us.
with us.